Hey, welcome back to the channel. So on today's episode, I'm going to get started on building a cart to set this Lance truck camper on so I can store it and move it inside the barn, because this thing needs some upgrades and it needs some repairs, and I can't really start doing that until it's inside the barn. But I also don't want to just drop it right here on the floor and have it in the way for all of my other projects. I need to be able to use that hoist and all my other tools. So the plan is to make a nice sturdy wood platform with some heavy duty caster style wheels where I can set this on it in the barn and then be able to push it and roll it up against the wall of the barn and pull it out when I need to work on it, but slide it back out of the way when I don't need to do anything to it. All right, so this is a 1996 Lance Squire Lite 195. Structurally and visually, it's in pretty good shape. I already kind of did a treatment on this side, not a treatment, but I used some mold and mildew solution that I'll show the bottle later. Basically, it had a whole bunch of this growth and stuff all over the sides, on the roof, etc. So I kind of did a little test area real quickly. I didn't spend hardly any time on it. I just basically sprayed it on with a spray bottle, let it sit for 4 or 5 minutes, use a soft bristle brush, and then rinse it off, and it came out this nice. So I did here and on the back. So what's going to happen here is this thing needs a little bit of work. There is like a 24 by 24 escape hatch over the bunk area that has some water damage, and the ceiling is actually kind of falling through, leaning in. So that needs to be addressed. And then I also found, which I will show later in the video, inside this cavity, the floor has some damage. It is open. It's hard to see, but there's some water damage right there. And then in this corner on the bench is a soft spot. And then, like I said, inside here, which you can't see, the floor was bad. Somebody did patch. They tried laying a piece of plywood on top of that to cover it, hide it, but obviously that's not the correct way to do it. Like I said, with all this, with these 3 spots that are damaged, especially up on the roof, right now it's about to be October 1st here in Michigan. You know, the leaves are falling, it's gonna be wet, cold, etc. So I really couldn't get going on this project until I could get it in the barn. And if you can't tell by this video so far, I do off-road stuff, and I have lots of vehicles coming in and out that I work on, build, etc. So I need to be able to use the barn and my hoist anytime I need to. So that's what the purpose of this video today is. I'm going to construct a sliding table that this camper can sit on, that's sturdy, strong, and I can roll it wherever I need to put it in the barn. I just made a run to Home Depot here. I got some plywood, some 2x6s, 2x4s, a 4x4 post. Everything's at 8-foot lengths. I got screws, hardware, lag bolts, and just a piece of cheap carpet that I'm going to put on top, just to kind of give it a finished look and a soft thing, a soft top for the camper to sit on. So over here on the bench, last week I went to, actually Harbor Freight had these heavy duty casters. They're 6-inch, super strong, poly, whatever they are, and they're good for 600 pounds each. So that's 2,400 pounds of weight capacity. The camper weighs 1,984 plus my weight, so I'm good to go. So let's get this project going. I've had this for a couple months now. I actually got this from a buddy in exchange for doing some work on his truck right here, 85 Toyota. So it's been sitting outside for a while, and I wanted to get here as soon as I could. So like I said, it's been here now two and a half months. I got a nice tarp on it right away because I wanted to make sure no more water, no more dampness was going to get inside this until I was able to get it in the barn. I actually had just wrapped up another vehicle that I dropped off last week, so now I have my space to do this. So like I said, had the tarp on it to keep it nice and protected for the last couple months. Hopefully maybe dried it out a little bit. I have it sitting slightly forward, leaning to the other side just a little bit, just so the water runs off good off the tarp. So right now, the front edge is about 32 inches off the ground here. So I have plenty of room on the jack stands. So the table, I'm going to make the table kind of a total height of 28 inches. So it's going to be a nice, short, stout table. Keep this thing low center of gravity, and then that way I can step in and out of it, and then I'm eventually going to have to do stuff up on the roof anyway. So all right, let me get to getting the supplies ready to go. All right, and just like that, got it all complete here. So it's a true 4x8 deck. From the ground to the deck is 28.5 inches. The camper right now, I think I mentioned earlier, it's sitting about 30 inches in the front and 31.5 in the back. So I figured I'd go down to 28 inches while it's in the barn. Just make it that much more stable over the ground and easier to get in and out. So yeah, super happy with this. Came together really easy. Combination of 2x6s, 2x4s, 4x4 in the corners, and everything is boxed. So super happy with it. I got a piece of carpet I'm gonna lay on top, and I figured I'd go ahead and make a lower shelf as well. Might as well, and then I'll be able to keep all of the torque lift products, like my Super Truss hitch extension, my turnbuckle, fast guns, my steps. So everything will be able to be stored down here out of my way and on wood, so the powder coat on the parts won't get all dinged up. All right, now that the cart's made, I'm gonna get this tarp taken off and get the rest of this thing super clean, because I don't know how far I got to dig into it, so I want it to be as clean as possible and get all that mildew and growth stuff off all the siding and all the corner trims and the windows, etc. So this is the stuff that me and my dad had used on our travel trailer awnings, and that stuff makes the white awning look brand new. So that's what I did a little test bit on this, and it works amazing. So like I said, take the tarp off, get this thing saturated, sprayed down, and then it just comes off basically with a soft bristle brush and some water, and then rinse it. So once this is all clean, I'm going to back the Super Duty into the barn here. So what I do is I back it into the hoist area with my arms up. That way the dually wheels fit right in here. And basically the truck's going to be back here. And then I put my C-channel adapters on here. I usually lift up the topper, and my dad slips in a long 10-foot piece of 2x4 front and back. And then we just lift the topper up off the truck, drive the truck out. And then I think I'm going to have the topper off for a few days or a while. I'm going to use my small 4x8 trailer to drop the topper onto, so that's not just sitting on the hoist. Give it one more look here with the tarp off, so you can see where I only went so far. And I don't think the camera really shows as bad as it looks. Then like you can see the front here. So get this thing sprayed down, cleaned up, and inside. I'm gonna come up on the roof. You can see how nasty the roof is, all the covers. So I started scrubbing this side right here, and it's already coming super nice. So here's a little before picture or video. Definitely doesn't probably show how bad it is on camera, but it's coming clean, really nice. So like I said, I just backed the truck up in between the hoist. I got two 2x4s that slide right between here, and then I'll lift up the topper. My dad will slip them through, and then up and off. So from here, I just lowered it down onto my small 4x8 trailer, and then I will strap it down just so it's, you know, in case the wind blows or something, I don't know. So that'll be nice and secure, and then that way I can roll it out, get it out of the way, and then if I need to put the topper back on in a few days or weeks, just roll it back in, up on the hoist, back on the truck. So now to get the truck camper in the bed of the truck and move on. All right, this thing is super clean now. Almost looks brand new. That Star Bright stuff works really, really, really well. So all the sides, the cap, the top, the roof, everything is super clean. Looks great.
But at least you can push that thing over here and get it.
All right, well, I failed to capture the video of putting the back of the truck and then getting it in here, but I did take some pictures, so I will include those. Either I already did before this clip in the video, or after this clip I will put the pics of that process. Basically what I did is I just backed the truck under it, moved the camper, and then while I already had the camp in the truck, I was super curious to put the super truss from Torque Lift on the truck and hook up the 20-foot deck over trailer with my Explorer on it. So again, I didn't take video of that, but either you already did or you will see pictures of how that looks. I was just doing it to get an idea. I still need to get a weight distribution hitch for that setup, but as for now, I'm going to end this video here now that the camper's inside, clean and ready to go. And then stay tuned, as I'm going to start cleaning it up and pulling stuff out and doing some repairs. So I'll see you guys in the next video.